There are places where life can be a real hell, and it seems that Norilsk is one of them. It is the largest city in Siberia. It was built in the 20s by prisoners and became the headquarters of a mining industry based on the exploitation of nickel deposits, activity that remains the main engine of the region. Currently, the population of Norilsk is around 500,000 inhabitants. They are people who live in what is considered one of the 10 most polluted cities in the world, since their industries release at least 500 tons of copper and nickel oxide and 2 million tons of sulfur dioxide into the air each year, affecting 135,000 inhabitants. It is estimated that life expectancy is 10 years lower in this place than the rest of Russia. As if all of this were not enough, it is also one of the coldest cities on the planet. In winters, they reach a temperature of 50 degrees below zero, and for more than 40 days, the city plunges into a perpetual night. Since 2001, access to Norilsk is prohibited to anyone who is not Russian. Officially, the authorities took this measure to prevent the increase in drug consumption and AIDS cases, which they attributed to the presence of foreigners. The only possibility of visiting this place, if someone really wants to visit such a place, is that some of its inhabitants invite him and wait for the local government to approve this request. And before this die, we ask ourselves, it is forbidden to enter Norilsk, but will it also be possible to get out of there?
When we thought about a creation for the city to be more sustainable, different ideas came to our minds. Some activities we could do, competitions for people to show their creativity, and many others. But we finally realized that this city has a very important problem: the pollution, as Lucia mentioned it before. So our main idea to the final project is to install dam greenhouses in different areas of the city. What benefits will give this to the inhabitants? Well, these domes would create a clean and pleasant atmosphere where people could go to play with their kids and to breathe clean air. This kind of park would give the city a beautiful and green place in the middle of all the grey and sad ambient the city has. Dome greenhouses can also produce food, natural food, so it will help too. Now, Roberto will explain why we choose these greenhouses and no others.
We've chosen the geodesic dome greenhouse. We've chosen it due to its overwhelming benefits over other types of greenhouses. Its number one benefit is the strength of the dome. Due to the equal distribution of weight throughout the structure, they can withstand hurricanes, tornadoes, and earthquakes. They're also impervious to the strongest winds because there are no large surface areas for the wind to push against. Air just flows around and over the dome. They are energy efficient due to having 40% less surface area while circulating air more efficiently than a rectangular greenhouse. Plants will receive a more consistent heat input since the sun follows the shape of the dome, unlike a rectangular greenhouse which will receive less sunlight in the morning and the evening rather than the middle of the day. They are inexpensive and cost-effective, and they are also very portable and light. They can be double insulated to maintain heat throughout harsh cold. The greenhouses will provide food, but also a welcoming attraction to the community that will ultimately bring them closer together.